today I have a lot of things to do. I have a lot of errands I gotta do. So we're gonna go do those, and I'm going to answer all of the frequently asked questions and the not so frequently asked questions. There are 50 today, so let's get a move on then. Study Japanese consistently or every so often, and do you enjoy it? Study, right, yep, I do that all the time. What did you do to get into the studying mood? Let's go back to the last time I actually studied. So that would be what, middle school? I could not study in a messy room, and my room had to be spotless. How is your Japanese now? Hetakuso. いや、まあまあと思うけど、会話とか普通の話ができるけど、ビジネスとか入場見るとあんまりわからない。漢字を読むの方ができるけど書くのは全然できん。まあちょっとできる。ちょっとだけ。What level of JLPT are you at? Well, seeing as the last time I took the JLPT was in my first year and I failed that, I'm not technically at any level because I haven't technically passed any level. But if I had to take a different level that I know I would pass, I would probably pass 3. Who would you suggest we follow in Fukui after you leave? Well, I hope you still follow me. But if you're looking for Fukui specific videos, no one here really vlogs. Although my friend Stuart sometimes puts up videos, and his channel is Monkietsu 50 something. It's right here. What's the last book you read? I'm currently reading Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire, but the last one I finished was Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and that was super good. What would you do with $1 million? I'd buy you a green dress, but not a real green dress. That's cruel. I don't know, I'd probably pay off my loans, and I'd help my sister's wedding, and then I'd probably buy a lot of merch. What are you going to do when you go home? I don't know. Well, I'm still gonna do the YouTube thing, and I'm gonna try to do a lot of online work. If you love Japan so much, why are you leaving it? Things happened this year, so a lot of tragedies happened, and I need to go home and be with my family. I love Japan. I'm pretty sure I'll come back. Pretty sure I'm gonna do that. I'm giving America 1 year to impress me, and if not, then I'm coming back to try and do translation work, but that means I need to study Japanese more. Oh god. What instruments can you play? I play the taiko, the Japanese drum. I can play the flute. I've played that since 4th grade. I can do a little bit on the alto sax and the harmonica, and I'm self-taught for a piano, but I really suck, and I play a mean tambourine. What made you like Japan so much? When I came to Japan, I just found that I fit in a lot better here, even though I don't blend it at all, but I feel more comfortable here than I ever really did in America. Are you and Michelle sisters? No, we're not. I have 2 older sisters, and neither of them are Michelle. What was it like studying at AIU? I never studied at AIU. I want to make this very clear. There are 2 schools in Akita, AIU and AU, and I went to AU. What's going to happen to your YouTube after you leave Japan? Nothing will change. I will still be posting videos. I am a creative person, and I really like making videos. I'm not going to quit YouTube just because I'm not in Japan anymore. What's one thing you wish people understood about you? That I don't just stick to one thing. I like a lot of things, and I'm into a lot of different stuff, and I do a lot of different stuff. What's your biggest pet peeve? Probably when people can't make fun of themselves. I don't get it. Do you have any quirks while speaking? I don't know, do I? What kind of person do you wish to be? I remain awesome throughout life. What do you think of your siblings? We're all extremely strange people. What's the most memorable dream/nightmare you've ever had? Traveling through this mountain, but it's like made of diamond or something, and I have a group of people with me, and I have to go save my family from the evil Spider Queen. What is one thing you accomplished by yourself? Well, the biggest thing I've ever accomplished by myself is definitely the come to Japan. But another thing that I pride myself on doing by myself is lifting a deck over a tree. There's a long story behind that. If you didn't live in Fukui, where would you live in Japan? Well, I definitely loved living in Akita, although it's super cold, so maybe somewhere down south, like a Kyushu area place. Would you prefer to live forever or die alone? Live forever! How do I get on the JET program? You apply. Go on the website, fill out the applications, get that party started. Do you think the education system in America is better than Japan, or vice versa? I think both have their good and bad points. That is a very big topic that I would love to talk about Another time, it would take far too long for this video. What's your Game of Thrones house? Well, every internet quiz I've ever taken about Game of Thrones has always told me I'm a Tyrell, or Tyrell. I don't know, they pronounce it a lot of different ways in the show. What was your #1 show as a kid? Power Rangers. Have you ever been told, it's not you, it's me? Yes, in fact I have. Can you give me 5 J-pop artist recommendations? Flumpool, Radwimps, Calafina, Kimeru, and let's go with Orange Range. What are your nicknames? There's Teffy Ann, which comes from mixing my first and middle name, which gets shortened to Teffy or Teffy-chan. There is Show by my Subarashi friends, Mellow by my friend Jello, that's her nickname, and Q, obviously from YouTube. What were you doing when the Tohoku disaster happened? I was teaching. Where in America do you want to go? Harry Potter World? What cameras and editing programs do you use? Well, for my camera I use a Sony Bloggie, and I recently got Adobe Premiere Pro for editing, but before that I was using Roxio, and sometimes I still use Roxio. That's Roxio Creator NXT. That's what I was using, NXT. What do you think is a problem with how the Japanese teach English? Definitely one problem is the teaching to the test and not for practical use. How are you gonna get all that stuff home? Witchcraft. Who's your favorite puppet? If I answer that question, there will be a freaking battle royale in my apartment. What's the best thing you've bought? My taiko drum. Disney Sea or Disneyland? Hands down Disney Sea. What other languages do you wish you knew? Well, I'm trying to learn Mandarin Chinese, so I wish I knew that a lot better. What would your parents have named you if you were a boy? Keith. Favorite tea? Mugicha. What bad habit do you have? Spending too much money. What skill do you wish you had? I really wish I could juggle. What's the best and worst part about being an ALT? Strictly speaking, from teaching senses, the best part is hanging out with your students when they're super genki and definitely like sports day and stuff. The worst part is the constant grading of the same English phrases because students copying their homework with each other is not a bad thing, and it just gets annoying when you reread the same incorrect sentence over and over and over. What other J-vloggers do you watch? I really watch PDR a lot. I really like PDR's videos. I watch all my friends, like Cram. I watch his videos, Cram in Japan, and Sub Tokyo, and One OK Usagi, and everybody. I watch everybody. What anime have you been watching lately? Magi and Sword Art Online and Durarara. I'm still watching them, but I've been busy. I haven't finished everything because I've been super busy. What are the first 3 things you will do when you go back to the US? I will have a Chipotle burrito, I will get a puppy, and I will probably have a Harry Potter marathon with my friend Jello. What kind of people shouldn't come to Japan? Racists! What will you miss most about Japan? The easy access to merch? Oh, look at that! We've finished all 50 questions and I've just arrived back home. I didn't just drive around in circles for a little bit finishing those questions. But if you have any further questions or comments, you can put them down below or on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter, and I will get back to you via the text style rather than the video style. I don't know what's up with the jazz hands thing going on, but that's a thing that's happening right now. Just deal with it, okay? Giveaway results will happen on Thursday, so be ready for that. Thursday is when I'm announcing giveaway winners, and then those winners, check your YouTube inboxes because I will be inboxing you, messaging you for your addresses and stuff. I actually just bought a bunch of padded envelopes and stuff to send you guys stuff. That was part of my errands today. I didn't show you that because I didn't want you to know, but then I just told you, so that kind of defeated the purpose of what I just... I'm gonna go. Okay, bye! This is not dangerous at all. Oh dear God, there's a bunny. That was terrifying. There's another one. Oh my God, there's bunnies in here. What? Bunnies in here? That was terrifying. Yes, I'm afraid of bunnies, okay? Just don't judge me. They freak me out.